I remember there was always some type of fundraiser to have, and we would have cake walks in the halls. They would put down numbers on the floors, and that we would all walk around. I guess they played music. I can't remember. Was that it? And then you stopped on the number, and then they spun a wheel, and we would win a cake. So that's.
And of course, we'd had to bring in cakes we donated.
Oh, yes, that's
so
true.
that was part of it. You got your own cake back some days.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was disappointed when the school closed to begin with. I think that was in the year 2006.
Then pretty soon after that, we found out that there would be senior apartments. And I felt that it would be very beneficial to the community because there isn't a lot of housing right through here. As a class, I think we have really enjoyed coming and seeing how much they've done to the building and how many things they've saved that we remember from our childhood.
We took a school building that was underutilized and converted it into an excellent affordable senior housing.
What would you prefer? To be a tenant living in a unit in a complex? Or would you prefer to be a resident living in your home in an apartment community?
So it focuses on ordinary people, folks that worked all their life, and we as a community ought to provide a decent place to the extent that we're able, and I think we can, for them to live.
Most of the financial situations for our clientele are people who don't have a lot of income.
When you pull into one of our apartment communities, affordable housing is not what you have in mind. You pull into one of our communities and you think, wow, this really looks terrific. This looks like somewhere I'd like to live.
Someone told me about these and I put it off for weeks coming looking at it, just put it off. Finally, my daughter wouldn't leave me alone, so I came in and it's been love ever since. There is just a feeling of just such peace in the place. The beauty is just beyond description, and anybody connected with putting this together for seniors deserves the greatest praise. And this is where I want to spend the rest of my days.
Our senior residents that live in our apartment community, they don't move by choice. They move out when they die. They move out when they have a physical condition that prevents them from living on their own.
My wife became very ill in July. She had a heart attack. And they got her back on track over here at a local hospital. But she was on permanent life support. And I prayed daily for her. I prayed for a miracle from God for my wife. Well, unfortunately, the hospital sent her to a place in Maryland, over 600 miles away. They broke our chain of communication, and I knew when that happened that she would pass away. She died October 5th. We'd been married 34 years, 9 months, and 5 days.
One person in particular that touched my heart had no family. After she got here, she wasn't quite able to get her belongings unpacked, and she just kind of stooped into a depression. And so my heart went out to her, and I called my husband and my son, and we came over and we unpacked all her belongings for her and put everything away and turned her apartment into a home.
When I lost my job, the house went into foreclosure. I had nowhere to go. I'd been out on the streets, just felt hopeless. And when I called HBI, they said that they had room and how much it was and how it was based on your income and so forth. And I came down and I saw it and I took it right away. This particular building was an old school, and it's so angelic. I guess it's because there's a statue still, because it was a Catholic school. But, you know, just to go out there and see that, I mean, I feel like I'm in a place where angels were. If it weren't for facilities like this, I wouldn't be able to have anything to eat, you know, at all. I wouldn't have the money. I'm starting to get back on my feet again. I'm just blessed. That's all I can say.
For the larger community, we've taken something that could have gotten worse and preserve the value of the whole neighborhood by making this attractive and useful today.
I started receiving phone calls and visits from homeowners in the neighborhoods thanking us for coming in and taking over this building and turning the neighborhood around.
So they've brought it into the 21st century.
Without destroying its architectural integrity.
Thank you.
It makes me feel proud. It really does. Proud to be working with an organization that has made such an impact on the city of Louisville, and I feel proud to be able to say that I work for HPI.
St. Bartholomew to me was a godsend. It really was.
We should be doing more of this, not less of this.